Good afternoon. It's such a pleasure to speak to you from here in Jerusalem into this international amazing conference in Sharjah. My name is Erel Margalit, and I'm the founder and chairman of JVP in Margalit Startup City. I founded JVP 25 years ago when the venture industry in Israel just began to emerge. And we created JVP and gathered technologies in a variety of fields to create one of the most exciting venture capital funds that created over 150 companies. And we are very lucky and very fortunate to be part of some of Israel's leading technology companies. We didn't do it in Tel Aviv, like many of you know, which is the central business city of Israel. We did it here in Jerusalem, overlooking the old city, but doing it in a new media fashion. And for us, technology was not just about business. Innovation was a current theme that saved our city, gave it a new narrative. And here in this city, where many of you know how many political tensions, how many security tensions there were, innovation was a word that changed our city and gave it a current narrative. And we were very fortunate to create some of Israel's leading technology companies in communications, in big data, in AI and BI, in cybersecurity, in fintech, now in food tech and ag tech and healthcare IT. And we were very fortunate to create many companies that became true international leaders. 12 IPOs on NASDAQ, 24 industry sales, companies that brought international companies to Israel and changed the way the economy here worked. And at some point we said, innovation can change a city like Jerusalem. And if it could change a city like Jerusalem, it can change an entire country. And I was elected to the Israeli Knesset, the parliament, and I came up with a plan of creating 7 new regions of excellence that would change the way our country works, would combine the Arab population, would combine the ultra-Orthodox population, would create social change in addition to business change. And we went on a mission, and we created the cybersecurity hub in Beersheba. The city of Beersheba is in the far south, in the desert, and together with public-private partnership, we were able to create one of the most vibrant places in the world for cybersecurity companies. We did it together with the University of Beersheba. We did it together with the Israeli government. We did it together with the security forces, but we brought a new vision and created many jobs for many young people. And then the next region was in the far north. In the far north in the Galilee. The Galilee that's known so much for its spiritual heritage is also one of the most fertile regions in the country. You have the highest mountains in the Galilee and the lowest valleys. You have people from kibbutzim and people from Arab villages and Druze villages and people for small cities. And we came up with a big plan for the country, which is food tech and ag tech, combining Israel's leadership in agriculture and food with Israel's leadership in technology into one of the most exciting initiatives that I hope we would be able to cooperate in the region of bringing food and food security and bringing agriculture into different places in the region. And then we went to Haifa. Haifa is a city by the port. Today we're talking about Haifa and creating a new port. Haifa is a mixed city of Jews and Arabs. And then the seaport district of Haifa, together with Intel, together with Philips, together with the Technion, together with the city, we're creating the healthcare IT quarter for the country. And so many jobs are created in each one of these regions. In the north, in the south, in Haifa, in Tel Aviv, in Jerusalem. New ideas, And it's not just about business, it's also about the social change. JVP created Margalit Startup City Impact, Margalit Startup City Community. And so we were able to reach 40,000 young kids in the different parts of the country. Jewish kids, Arab kids, kids that were sometimes left behind when the new economy was emerging. And we are combining them into the program so that each of the regions of the country has a theme, not only in math and Hebrew and Arabic and English, but also a theme of technology, a theme that the region is changing and doing things in a big way. And so today, in each one of these regions, tens of thousands of jobs are created for the younger generation. And in a certain point, we said to ourselves, if innovation can change a country, innovation can change our region, innovation can create new bridges to the world. And so, about a year and a half ago, we launched the JVP Cybersecurity Center in New York City, together with the City of New York, together with Columbia University, Cornell, NYU, and CUNY, where 28 companies are now there, bringing the new ideas to the world of cybersecurity, of AI, of fintech, of some of the best ideas of companies coming from Israel, from Europe, and hopefully soon companies coming from the Middle East to be part on the world stage and create new technologies that change the way people work. And now what are we saying? With this new agreement between Israel and the United Arab Emirates, with a new vision and the new energy, our dream, our wish is to create a center of excellence in the United Arab Emirates that would bring together the technology excellence between Israel and between the UAE into a regional center that will address AI, fintech, insurtech, healthcare IT, food tech and ag tech, but would bring this together with Israel, together with countries like Egypt and Jordan and Morocco and Saudi Arabia and many other countries which are looking at the region and are asking themselves, what is the vision for the next generation? What can we do to bring something in addition to the oil economy, to the innovation economy, that would bring the young people hope and would bring them jobs which are innovative jobs? And so, what am I asking you? I'm asking you to think about how we can cooperate, how we can create a center of excellence together with universities in the UAE, together with entrepreneurs, together with people from the Arab world, in a way that would spark the vision and the imagination of many Israelis, of our center in New York, of our new opening center in Europe, and would create a regional hub of innovation. And so we are telling you, be our partners. In the next few weeks, we will be coming to Dubai and Sharjah and Abu Dhabi and many other places with a big delegation of about 25 companies, each one of them focusing on a specific sector, a specific area, wanting to opening up a hub in the UAE that could service the Arab world, the Arab capitals, and wanting to identify partners, entrepreneurs, and technologies that we can invest in and work on together. The Center of Excellence needs to be like the Center of Excellence here in Jerusalem. We're building 50,000 square meters of innovation, of cyber hub, of a food tech hub, of healthcare IT, of residential for young people, of residential for more established people, of a hotel and restaurants and arts, something that creates a buzz for the young generation and gives it the possibility of doing something extraordinary. And if we're creating together a center in the UAE, we don't want it to be something nice. We want it to be something extraordinary. We wanted to spark the imagination of entrepreneurs in the US, entrepreneurs in Asia, and in Europe, and in Israel, and in many other places that would gather together to create the next big thing. Because the world today is embarking on new challenges. Coronavirus made all of us humble, made all of us look to find some new ideas that would bring medicine to the community and to the home. It's called healthcare IT, that would provide and would combine between computer science, AI, big data, and medical sciences. What we're looking for is also food security. Every country has now realized that it needs its own food strategy. Food is probably the #1 aspect that would affect the earth and that would affect the planet, because today we're slaughtering about 5 billion cows a year in order to feed people, and the entire agriculture will need to change. We need alternative protein. We need smart agriculture. We need new ways of watering and feeding the world. And then fintech. Today, financial systems are serving the big corporations. Tomorrow's, they need to serve the small businesses, the individuals. They need to be able to bring finance to every individual that needs it in a way that would make the bank understand who they're dealing with, in a way that would make the insurance company understand who it is that they're dealing with. Big data, artificial intelligence, deep learning are all something that people are using today, and more fields and more ideas and more themes. So what are we saying? We're saying that we have a task. Our task is to build the next big thing in the region. Our task is to cooperate with each other. Our task is to bring the younger generation in the region some new ideas that would bring them jobs, high-paying jobs, innovative jobs, that would change the way we're cooperating. Because if innovation can change such a challenged city like Jerusalem, then innovation can change a country like Israel, then innovation can create the bridges to our own region and connect between our countries. Yes, there are extremists in our regions, but there's also people who want to build jobs and a future for the younger generation. I'm excited to be speaking to you, and I hope to be meeting you soon, because from here, from the city of Jerusalem, we have people who are speaking Hebrew, who are sometimes facing west. We have people who are speaking Arabic, who are sometimes speaking east. And it's the only city in the region that could bring all these cultures, the cultures of Islam, the cultures of Christianity, the cultures of Judaism together into a place which holds a spiritual message, but can also hold a message of innovation. Salam alaikum wa rahmatullah, and let's work together to create something large and something extraordinary. Thank you.